stop. Before you do your next oil change, you need to watch this video. There's a popular motor oil that thousands of Honda owners are using right now, thinking they're doing the right thing. It's sold at every auto parts store. It's heavily advertised. It has great reviews online, but it's quietly destroying Honda engines. I'm talking about scored cylinder walls, clogged oil passages, premature bearing wear, and even complete engine failure at under 100,000 miles. And the worst part? Most mechanics won't tell you this oil is the problem because they're making money fixing the damage it causes. I've been a Honda technician for over 15 years, and I've seen this same oil kill dozens of engines. Owners come in confused, saying, "But I changed my oil on time. I used a good brand." Yeah, except it wasn't the right oil for their Honda. Today, I'm exposing exactly which oil is causing these failures, why it's so damaging to Honda engines specifically, and what you should be using instead. Stick around because what I'm about to show you could save your engine and thousands of dollars in repairs. Let's get started. The oil that's destroying Honda engines. Alright, here it is. The oil that's been wrecking Honda engines. Pennzoil Platinum High Mileage 5W30. Now, before Pennzoil fans attack me in the comments, let me be clear. This isn't a bad oil. It's actually a quality synthetic blend that works great in many vehicles. The problem? It's the wrong viscosity and wrong formulation for most modern Honda engines. And yet, thousands of Honda owners are using it because the bottle says high mileage and they think thicker oil means better protection. Here's why this specific oil is a disaster for Hondas. Why 5W30 destroys modern Honda engines. Most modern Hondas, anything built after 2015, requires 0W20 oil, not 5W20, not 5W30, 0W20. That 0W rating is critical. It means the oil flows like a zero weight oil when cold, which is exactly what Honda engines need during startup. Here's what happens when you use 5W30 instead. Problem 1. Delayed oil circulation on cold starts. 5W30 is thicker than 0W20 when your engine is cold. That means it takes longer to reach critical components like the variable valve timing system, the camshaft lobes, and the piston cooling jets. During those first 10 to 15 seconds after startup, before the oil fully circulates, metal is rubbing against metal. That's when 90% of engine wear happens. With 0W20, oil reaches those parts in 3 to 5 seconds. With 5W30, it can take 8 to 12 seconds, sometimes longer in freezing weather. That extra time is killing your engine slowly, one cold start at a time. Problem 2. Clogged oil passages in Honda's direct injection engines. Honda's 1.5T and 2.0T turbocharged engines have incredibly tight oil passages. We're talking channels smaller than a pencil lead. These passages were designed for 0W20's thin viscosity. When you run thicker 5W30, it can't flow through those tiny channels as efficiently. Over time, this causes oil starvation in critical areas like the turbo bearings and VVT actuators. Those components start wearing prematurely, and eventually, they fail. I've torn down 1.5T engines with less than 60,000 miles, where the turbo bearings were scored and the VVT gears were damaged, all because the owner used 5W30 thinking it was better protection. Problem 3. Increased fuel dilution. Honda's direct injection engines are prone to fuel dilution, especially during short trips. Fuel washes past the piston rings and mixes with the oil in the crankcase. 0W20 is formulated to handle this contamination better. It has specific additives that help separate fuel from oil and allow moisture to evaporate. 5W30, especially high-mileage formulas, doesn't have the same additive package. When fuel mixes with it, the oil breaks down faster and loses its protective properties. I've seen oil samples from Hondas running 5W30 where the oil was diluted with 8% to 12% gasoline after just 3,000 miles. That's catastrophic. Problem 4. Poor fuel economy and increased emissions. Thicker oil creates more internal resistance. Your engine has to work harder to pump 5W30 through the system compared to 0W20. That means worse gas mileage, sometimes 1 to 2 miles per gallon lower, and higher emissions. Over a year, that's an extra $150 to $200 in fuel costs, plus additional wear on your engine from working harder than it needs to. Why people think 5W30 is better. So if 5W30 is so bad for Hondas, why do so many people use it? Because of outdated advice and clever marketing. Reason 1. Thicker oil means better protection. This was true 30 years ago when engines had loose tolerances and oils weren't as advanced. But modern synthetics like 0W20 are engineered to provide a protective film just as strong as thicker oils, without the flow restrictions. Thicker doesn't mean better anymore, it just means slower. Reason 2. My Honda has high mileage, so I need high mileage oil. High mileage oils are formulated with seal conditioners and extra detergents to help older engines. That's fine. But you can get high mileage 0W20 oil. You don't need to jump to 5W30 just because your car has 150,000 miles on it. Reason 3. The parts store guy recommended it. Most auto parts store employees aren't mechanics. They're salespeople. They see Honda and high mileage and grab the first bottle that says high mileage on it without checking the viscosity. Reason 4. It was cheaper. 5W30 is often cheaper than 0W20 because it's more common. But saving $5 on an oil change is a terrible trade when it costs you $6,000 in engine repairs. If you want to protect your Honda engine for the long haul and avoid costly mistakes like using the wrong oil, I've put together a complete 500,000-mile car maintenance blueprint for Honda owners. It breaks down exactly which fluids to use, when to change them, and how to avoid the common mistakes that destroy engines. Click the link in the description to grab your free copy. It could save your engine. Real-world damage. What I've seen in the shop. Let me tell you about a customer who learned this lesson the hard way. He brought in a 2018 Honda Civic with the 1.5T engine, only 52,000 miles on it. Said the car was burning oil, had low power, and the check engine light was on for a misfire. I pulled the valve cover, and what I saw was a disaster. The camshaft lobes were scored. The VVT actuator was clogged with sludge, and when I checked the oil, it smelled like straight gasoline. Turns out, he'd been using Pennzoil Platinum High Mileage 5W30 for the last 30,000 miles because his buddy told him thicker oil is better for turbos. The thick oil couldn't flow through the tiny passages in the VVT system. It also couldn't handle the fuel dilution from his short commutes. The repair estimate? $4,200 for a new cylinder head, camshafts, and VVT system, all because he used the wrong oil. If he'd stuck with 0W20, that engine would still be running perfectly. It's not just Pennzoil. Now, I use Pennzoil as an example because it's one of the most popular brands. But this problem isn't limited to Pennzoil. Any 5W30 oil, regardless of brand, will cause the same issues in a Honda designed for 0W20. I've seen it with Castrol GTX High Mileage, 5W30, Valvoline Max, Life, 5W30, Mobile 1, High Mileage 5W30, even cheap house brands like Supertech 5W30. The brand doesn't matter, the viscosity does. If your Honda calls for 0W20 and you're running 5W30, you're damaging your engine, period. How to tell if you've already caused damage. So what if you've been using the wrong oil? How do you know if damage has already occurred? Here are the warning signs. Sign 1. Your engine is burning oil. Check your oil level every 1,000 miles. If it's dropping noticeably, like half a quart or more, your piston rings might be damaged from poor lubrication. Sign 2. Rough idle or engine knock. If your engine sounds louder than usual, especially on cold starts, that's a sign of insufficient oil flow to critical components. Sign 3. Check engine light for VVT codes. Codes like P0011, P0021 or P0341 indicate problems with the variable valve timing system, often caused by clogged passages from thick oil. Sign 4. Lower fuel economy. If your MPG has dropped 2 to 3 points with no other explanation, thicker oil could be creating extra resistance. Sign 5. Oil that smells like gas. Pull your dipstick and smell the oil. If it smells sharp and gasoline-like, you've got fuel dilution, which is made worse by using the wrong viscosity. If you're seeing any of these signs, you need to act fast. If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. How to fix the damage, if it's not too late. If you've been using the wrong oil but haven't seen catastrophic failure yet, there's hope. Here's how to reverse the damage. Step 1. Switch to the correct oil immediately. Drain the 5W30 and replace it with Honda Genuine 0W20 or a quality synthetic like Mobil 10W20, Castrol Edge 0W20, or Pennzoil Platinum 0W20. Yes, Pennzoil makes 0W20 too, and it's actually excellent. Just make sure you're getting the right viscosity. Step 2. Do a short interval oil change. Change your oil after just 2,000 miles to flush out any contamination and residue from the old oil. Then, go back to your normal 5,000-mile interval with the correct oil. Step 3. Use an engine flush carefully. If you suspect sludge buildup, use a quality engine flush like BGEPR or Liquimoly engine flush. Follow the instructions exactly. Add it to the old oil. Idle for 10 to 15 minutes, then drain and refill with fresh 0W20. Don't do this more than once, and only if you really need it. Step 4. Monitor your oil level weekly. For the next month, check your oil level every week. If it's stable and not dropping, you're probably okay. Step 5. Get a professional inspection if symptoms persist. If you're still seeing rough idle burning oil or warning lights, take it to a Honda specialist. They can do a compression test, leak down test, and oil analysis to determine how much damage has occurred. What oil you should actually be using enough about what not to use. Let's talk about what you should be using. For most modern Hondas, 2016 plus, here's the correct oil. Viscosity, 0W20, full synthetic. Brand options, Honda Genuine Motor Oil. 0W20, the safest choice. Mobil 1, advanced fuel economy. 0W20, Castrol Edge. 0W20, Pennzoil Platinum. 0W20, Valvoline Advanced 0W20. All of these meet Honda's specifications and will protect your engine properly. If you have an older Honda, 2010 to 2015, check your owner's manual. Some require 5W20, not 0W20, and if you're running a high-mileage Honda with over 150,000 miles, you can use high-mileage 0W20. Brands like Mobil 1 and Valvoline make it. Just make sure it's still 0W20, not 5W30. When thicker oil actually makes sense. Now, let's be fair. There are rare situations where using thicker oil in a Honda makes sense. Situation 1. Severe oil burning in a high-mileage engine. If your Honda has 250,000 plus miles and burns a quart of oil every 1,000 miles, stepping up to 5W20 or even 5W30 can help slow the consumption temporarily. But this is a band-aid, not a fix. Situation 2. Extreme heat and heavy towing. If you're towing near the max capacity in 110 degrees Fahrenheit desert heat, 5W30 might offer a tiny bit of extra protection. But even then, 0W20 is still designed to handle those temps. Situation 3. Racing or track use. If you're running your Civic Si or Type R at the track with sustained high RPMs, a 5W30 or even 5W40 racing oil might be appropriate. But for street driving, stick with 0W20. Why mechanics won't tell you this? You're probably wondering, if this is such a widespread problem, why don't mechanics warn people? Simple. Money. If you use the wrong oil and trash your engine, who benefits? The repair shop that charges you $5,000 to rebuild it, the dealership that sells you a new engine, the quick lube place that doesn't care what they put in your car as long as you pay. Nobody in the chain has an incentive to educate you, except independent mechanics who care about long-term customer relationships. So the responsibility falls on you. Read your owner's manual. Verify the correct oil. Don't trust the guy behind the counter. How to check your owner's manual right now. Don't know what oil your Honda needs? Here's how to find out in 60 seconds. Step 1. Grab your owner's manual from your glove box. Step 2. Flip to the maintenance section, usually around page 300 to 400. Step 3. Look for engine oil specification or recommended fluids. Step 4. You'll see a viscosity rating like 0W20. Step 5. Write it down and keep it in your phone. That's the oil you should be using, not what the guy at Walmart recommends. If you don't have your manual, check the oil filler cap under the hood. Most Hondas have the recommended viscosity stamped right on it. Final thoughts. Using the wrong oil in your Honda might seem like a small mistake, but it's a mistake that compounds over time, silently destroying your engine with every cold start, every short trip, every mile you drive. 5W30 isn't a bad oil. It's just the wrong oil for most modern Hondas. And if you've been using it, you need to switch now before it's too late. Drain it, replace it with 0W20, and give your engine a fighting chance. Do that, and your Honda will reward you with hundreds of thousands of miles of reliable, efficient performance. Ignore it, and you'll be shopping for a new engine before you hit 100,000 miles. The choice is yours. And if you want to make absolutely sure you're doing everything right to protect your Honda for the long haul, don't forget to download the 500,000 mile car maintenance blueprint I've created for Honda owners. It's completely free and covers every fluid, every interval, and every trick to keep your engine running strong. Just click the link in the description and grab your copy now. Your Honda will thank you. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.